Everyone thinks they know how the Titanic sank. A giant iceberg, panic, chaos, people running for their lives. That's the story we've all heard. But what if that's not what really happened? What if the most terrifying part wasn't the moment of impact, but everything that came after it? Because on the Titanic, people didn't scream right away. They didn't run. They didn't even realize they were in danger. They were walking through the halls, talking, laughing, completely unaware that the ship beneath them was already dying. Water was already inside. Time was already running out. And the worst part? Many of them were told everything was fine. On April 14th, 1912, deep in the freezing Atlantic, under endless stars, the Titanic moved forward, steady, powerful, unstoppable. The ocean was calm, almost too calm. No waves, no wind, just a dark, still surface stretching into the distance. It felt peaceful, safe, like nothing could go wrong. But ahead, hidden in the darkness, an iceberg drifted silently, massive, cold, nearly invisible. There was little time to react. Then the ship made contact. No explosion, no violent impact, just a long, slow scraping sound. Metal sliding against ice. Quiet, subtle. Some passengers barely noticed. A few paused, then continued. Others laughed at the bump. Inside, everything seemed normal. People stayed in cabins. Some went back to sleep. Above deck, stars shined. The ocean remained calm. But below, where no one saw, damage had begun. Ice-cold water rushed in, not violently, but steadily, filling compartments, silent, relentless. By the time anyone understood, it was too late. It didn't take long for the crew to understand the truth. Deep below the decks, they saw the water rising, compartment after compartment slowly filling. And with every passing minute, the reality became clearer. The Titanic was not going to survive. But instead of sounding the alarm immediately, something unexpected happened. They hesitated. Orders were given carefully, quietly, to avoid panic. Passengers were told to remain calm. Some were even instructed to return to their cabins. Imagine that moment. You're inside the largest ship ever built, and someone in uniform tells you everything is under control. So you believe them. You turn around and walk back inside, back into a place that is slowly filling with freezing water. The lights were still shining. The band was still playing music. Conversations continued. Laughter echoed through the halls. And that illusion of normality made the situation far more dangerous because people didn't run. They didn't fight to survive. They waited. Something changed. At first, it was subtle, a slight tilt beneath their feet, easy to ignore, easy to explain away. But it didn't stop. Glasses began to slide across tables. Footsteps became unsteady. People started looking at each other, not with curiosity anymore, but with concern. And then realization spread. This wasn't normal. This wasn't safe. This was real. Panic didn't explode instantly. It grew, quiet at first, then faster, then all at once. People rushed toward the lifeboats, hoping to escape, hoping it wasn't too late. But when they got there, they saw the truth. There weren't enough, not even close. And even worse, some lifeboats were being lowered half empty, while hundreds of people stood behind, watching in disbelief, watching their only chance drift away into the darkness. As the ship continued to sink, The cold became sharper. The air felt heavier, harder to breathe. And then, without warning, the lights went out. Instantly. Darkness. Complete, overwhelming darkness. The kind that erases everything. People couldn't see where they were going, couldn't see who was next to them. Only the sound remained. Screams, running footsteps, panic in every direction. Some people were trapped inside corridors, unable to find a way out. Others climbed higher, desperately searching for safety. And some made a choice. They jumped into the freezing black ocean below, knowing it would kill them. And then, under immense pressure, the ship began to break. But the most disturbing part of the Titanic disaster didn't happen on the ship. It happened after it was gone. Hundreds of people were left in the water, alone, surrounded by darkness. The cold was unbearable. It didn't take long. One by one, their bodies began to shut down. But before that, there were voices calling for help, screaming into the night, begging for someone, anyone to come back. The lifeboats were close enough to hear them, but they didn't return. They were afraid that too many people would grab onto them and pull them under, so they stayed away. And slowly, those voices began to disappear, one by one, fading into the cold darkness until there was nothing left. No screams, no movement, just the ocean, silent, endless.